We have seen how Ruby defines methods where you can put a number of statements and then you call that method. Similarly, Ruby has a concept of block. In this chapter, you will learn to invoke a block by using a simple yield statement. You will also learn to use a yield statement with parameters for invoking a block. You will check the sample code with both types of yield statements. A block consists of chunks of code. You assign a name to a block. The code in the block is always enclosed within braces. A block is always invoked from a function with the same name as that of the block. This means that if you have a block with the name test, then you use the function test to invoke this block. You invoke a block by using the yield statement. Syntax. When you are driving, if you see the yield sign, you let other vehicles pass through before you enter the road. In Ruby, the yield keyword yields the flow of control to the code in the block. So, the code in the block is executed and the execution continues after the line containing the yield. This will produce the following result. You have seen how a block and a method can be associated with each other. You normally invoke a block by using the yield statement from a method that has the same name as that of the block. This example is the simplest way to implement a block. You call the test block by using the yield statement. Every Ruby source file can declare blocks of code to be run as the file is being loaded, the begin blocks. After the program has finished executing, the end blocks. A program may include multiple begin and end blocks. Begin blocks are executed in the order they are encountered. End blocks are executed in reverse order. Modules are a way of grouping together methods, classes, and constants. Modules provide a namespace and prevent name clashes. Modules implement the mixin facility. Modules define a namespace, a sandbox in which your methods and constants can play without having to worry about being stepped on by other methods and constants. Syntax. Module constants are named just like class constants, with an initial uppercase letter. The method definitions look similar, too. Module methods are defined just like class methods. The require statement is similar to the include statement of C and C++ and the import statement of Java. If a third program wants to use any defined module, it can simply load the module files using the Ruby require statement minus. Syntax. Here, it is not required to give Embed extension along with a file name. You can embed a module in a class. To embed a module in a class, you use the include statement in the class minus. Syntax. If a module is defined in a separate file, then it is required to include that file using require statement before embedding the module in a class. Before going through this section, we assume you have the knowledge of object-oriented concepts. When a class can inherit features from more than one parent class, the class is supposed to show multiple inheritance. Ruby does not support multiple inheritance directly. But Ruby modules have another wonderful use. At a stroke, they pretty much eliminate the need for multiple inheritance, providing a facility called a mixin. Mixins give you a wonderfully controlled way of adding functionality to classes.